Fast food workers may be taking some of your food when they're feeling peckish. A viral TikTok video shows workers cutting a rectangular slice down the middle of a customer's pizza. This makes 2 hidden slices which they take out. They slide the remaining pieces back together and you can't even tell anything is missing. An apple never actually fell on Isaac Newton's head. He just made a short note about seeing how apples always fall straight to the ground. The apple incident was just a myth. It's not just birds that build nests, gorillas make them too. They build nests in trees and on the ground to sleep in. They'll never sleep in the same nest twice. You're probably not going to want to munch down on the tasty-looking food you see in ads. That syrup that's drizzled over pancakes isn't syrup at all, it's motor oil. It makes a more satisfying pour. Oh, and that ice cream you see is probably mashed potato. The hamburgers also look super shiny because they've been rubbed in shoe polish. Yummy! Yahoo! Milk is not good for cats. Most cats are lactose intolerant, so keep them away from the ice cream van too. Your nail file is that thick for a reason. That's because there's a whole bunch of nail files under the surface one. You can peel your old layer off to reveal a completely new one underneath. TikTok has revealed a hidden secret in card decks. Take a look at the 8 of diamonds. Draw a line connecting the inside points of each diamond and prepare to have your mind blown. Weather broadcasters are looking at a screen of themselves the whole time that they're presenting. They film the broadcast in front of a green screen. All the weather visuals that look to be behind them aren't actually there. Instead, they're looking at a tiny screen which shows them exactly what us viewers see. Baby carrots don't actually exist. They're just normal-sized carrots that have been cut to a smaller size. These baby carrots were created to get rid of the imperfections or slight rotting in the big carrot. Olympic gold medals are actually silver. Wait, what? The last time a true gold medal was awarded to a winner was all the way back in 1912. Since then, only about 1% of the medal's weight is actually gold. Mice don't like cheese. They usually go for foods with way higher sugar content. Also, cheese is man-made, so it's not something they'd find in the wild. Eggplants are called that for a reason. When they are in the early stages of growing, they look exactly like eggs. They're even white before they turn purple. There's actually gravity in space. It helps keep the sun in place and is the reason orbits can happen. The gravity in space, though, is way weaker than that on Earth. While astronauts look like they're floating, they're actually just falling, super slowly. Owls look like they have tiny legs, but lift up their feathers and you're in for a shock. The actual length of their legs will never not be funny. They're wildly long. Shaving doesn't make your hair grow back thicker. It doesn't affect the thickness, growth rate, or color at all. This is just a common myth. Why is candy corn called that? It looks nothing like corn, right? Wrong. If you stack the candy in a circle, it looks like corn on the cob. After all these years, one genius TikToker found out that we've been drinking those juice bottles wrong this whole time. If you rip off the top and start chugging, you're doing it wrong. Just cut the very tip of it. Boom, instant straw. But if you break the top off like you did your whole life, turn it upside down, put the straw end down in the hole, and now you've got an instant lid. Your luggage doesn't actually get packed onto the airplane by that conveyor belt you see. There's actually a worker inside who stacks all the luggage perfectly to maximize storage space. This guy must be a Tetris pro. You've been eating bananas wrong this whole time. Don't peel it from the long bit at the top. If you instead squeeze the brown tip at the bottom, the skin will pop open. It then peels super easily and you avoid getting all that annoying gunk under your fingernails. Your coffee cup lid isn't just for drinking out of it. It has a hidden secret function. Put the lid underneath your cup and you'll have the perfect drip mat to avoid coffee stains. Sick of your cereal going dry and gross? TikTok has you covered. Instead of leaving the flaps at the top of the box open, you can fold them in on themselves to reseal the box. Take both small side flaps and tuck them into the box. Then, take one of the long flaps and tuck that in too. Fold the two shorter sides of the box into a V shape and push them in, and voila! Your box is sealed. Despite what you might think, Egypt isn't the country with the most pyramids. It's actually Sudan. Sudan has between 200 and 255 known pyramids, while Egypt has 138. Penguins actually have knees. While it might look like the little guys just have tiny feet sticking out of their body, they have long legs that are covered by all those dense feathers.
Make your life brighter and get a brightside tee. Pick your own print. Just follow the link below.
Leave wasps alone, and they'll leave you alone, right? Wrong. While this works for bees, the nasty wasps will sting you unprovoked. They also get more angry depending on the seasons and how close you are to their nest. We've been pouring our carton juice wrong this whole time. Instead of pouring with the hole closest to your glass, flip the carton so that the hole is further away. Your juice will pour much more smoothly, and you won't get stains all over your tablecloth. Your wood cabinet might not even be wood. One viral TikTok shows someone painting a surface with brown paint. Then they drag a grain effect stencil across the paint to make it look like natural wood grain. Take a closer look at the division symbol. It's actually just a blank fraction. The dots are there in place of a numerator and denominator. Not all watermelons are red inside. Just like apples, there's a ton of different varieties. There's yellow, orange, pink, and white. Each different type has a unique shape, size, and texture. Yellow and orange ones are way sweeter than our normal variety. Turtles can't leave their shells or switch to a new, fancier one. The shell isn't an accessory, it's a part of their body. It's just as much a part of the body as our skeleton is to ours. There's no proof that Vikings ever wore horns on their helmets. The horns on helmets misconception actually comes from an opera scene. 65% of Americans believe that we only use 10% of our brain, but that's not the case. Brain scans have shown that all parts of our brain are almost always active. Coffee doesn't actually come from beans. What we know as coffee beans are seeds from coffee cherries. Remember your mom telling you that switching on the interior light while driving is illegal? This isn't true at all. While it isn't illegal, it does make it difficult to see the road at night. Elephants don't use their trunks as straws. They actually use their trunks to pull water halfway up and then release it into their mouth. Yeah, like a turkey baster. They use their trunks to breathe and smell, so they definitely wouldn't want water going all the way up and down into their lungs. Bats aren't really blind. It's just a common myth. In fact, their sight at night is way better than us humans.